So, are you ready for some football? I sure am. Hold on a minute. Forgot to mute the one and then, okay, there we go. Got it from the other computer. Hello, everybody. Can you see me? Hell, we're looking over here. There we go. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, okay, Lions, Seattle. We're about ready for the kickoff. 3-0 Seattle, 2-1 the Lions. Lions have quite a few players beat up for this game. By the way, I'm on like this. I had technical problems like I seemingly always do. Yeah, and I tested everything earlier today. Everything was working fine. So what do you know? Someday it'll work all splendido. But all right, so here's the kickoff coming up. The Seattle kicks off to the Lions. They're kicking left to right. And here it is. The kickoff going to be caught at the goal line, so it should be brought out. Right side, 10, 20, 25 to the 27. And who caught that one? It was Raymond that returned it for the Lions. So that's where Detroit starts. The 2-1 team, what did they lose? They lost to the Bucks, right? They're showing the stats, 66%, 241 passing yards per game. So I think some quarterback rating number I saw was 40.8. I'm not sure I buy that, but okay. So, all right, so on the first and 10 for the Lions, moving right to left, they are at their own 27, offset I left, and they're going to play action to Montgomery, rolling left and dumping to his tight end. And let's see, who is that there? I was trying to see who everybody was. And it got about 2 or 3 there, so it'll be second and about 7. I believe that's Sam Laporte that caught the pass for the Lions. Second and 9 it is, actually. It's a tight set. They're going to hand off to Montgomery up the gut for about 3. Okay, Montgomery got about 3 there. The Lions' defense is is banged up quite a bit up front tonight, and that's going to be a tough one for them. There's several players out. I get a chance, I'll go through that for you. Probably do that at a commercial break. So third down for the Lions, the opening drive of the game, Monday Night Football. This is they're on their own 31, 3rd and 6, 13:43 to go in the first quarter. 2 wides right, 1 tight left. The tight end is left. Back right for Goff in the shotgun, looking in trouble. Now comes to his right. He's flushed out. He's going to get sacked. Back at the 16. Good sack there. And let's see. It was Jaron Reed making the tackle for Seattle. He put quite a bit of pressure on and made the sack for Seattle. Detroit punts. Not much on their opening drive. Hello, it's your Uncle Phil, Furious Rally Sports. Seattle and the Lions. Should be a good one here. So the punt's going to come. He's standing back at his own 3. Fox gets it off. It's Jack Fox, the punter. D. Williams, the returner. He gets it to the 33, decides to take it up to about the 44. There is a flag, though. Okay, let's see what this is here with 12:43 to go in the first. No score. Yeah, I was should have had 2 cameras tonight, but my one camera decided to act up. Now here's the flag, and it's going to be a hold, and it is on the receiving team. And so first down, they'll go backwards a little bit. What's that, 10 yards? So they should be back at their own 34. Yeah, it was Brown that got called for that hold on Seattle, number 22. And that is Trey Brown that was called for the holding. You could see him kind of hanging all over the Lions coverage on that play. So Seattle starts from their own 23. 2 wides left, 2 right, back right for Geno Smith, who has been some kind of awesome to start the year. Looking left all the way, down the sideline. Oh, my goodness, he caught that down the sideline. That is a catch 2 feet in. I believe that was Amon-Ross St. Brown. Or no, correction, wrong team, right? That would be DK Metcalf that made that catch. Wow, missed that. But that was a fantastic catch. 2 feet in bounds for DK Metcalf for Seattle. 3 wides right. Back is right or left for Geno Smith. Lions have 4 down linemen. I don't think they're blitzing here. Doesn't look like it. And now with 12:13 to go in the first and no score, what do we got here? Players moving all over the place, shifting around. Let's see what happens here. 2 wides, tight left, 2 tight right, back left. Smith looking again. Left sideline, this time for Metcalf, no, nothing there. And on the coverage for the Lions, it's number 23, and that was Carlton Davis, the defensive back out of Auburn. Okay. So 2nd and 10 for Seattle. 11:58 to go here in the first. No score. Detroit did nada on their opening drive. The ball is on their own 43. The snap, the handoff to, let's see, coming around the right edge. It's brought down by Joseph, and also looked like Campbell for the Lions made the play. And who carried that football? Kenneth Walker. Yeah, Walker is back tonight. That is correct. Walker is back this evening from an injury. So let's see now. 3 wides left, 1 to the right. Back is right for Geno Smith. Back to throw. He has time. Throws it underneath the Metcalf. He's in between the hash marks. Gets around the 49. So it's going to be a gain of 6. And Seattle does a little bit, but not much on their opening drive. At least they'll be able to punt from midfield, try to pin the Lions back. It's no score, 11:08 to go in the first quarter. The other game, Tennessee leading Miami 6-0, 8:20 to go in the second quarter. So again, Seattle's punting it. Well, unless they're going to try to run a sneak here. I wouldn't think they would do that here with 10:51 to go in the first, would they? Let's see. Waiting for the snap. Maybe. There it is. And the ball punted away. And Fair caught. Back there, Fair catching it. Oh, I didn't even see the number. They flashed it so quick. But anyway, so it was Fair caught back around the 5. I'll get you the official markings on that. We'll talk about more here after this. Furious Rally Sports, it's no score, Seattle and the Lions, early first. Back in a moment. Okay, let's see here. How you doing? Sure, Uncle Phil here, Furious Rally Sports. And let's kind of get myself back in the picture here maybe, huh? And hold on a second. Let's see if I can't. There we go. A little better there, huh? Okay. How you doing up there, folks? Again, this is kind of a weird call. I had a camera pointed right at me, which would have worked really well, but tonight that's not gonna quite cut it. So again, no score here. Was there about 11:58 to go in the in the first quarter between the Lions and the Seattle Seahawks? Lions didn't have a whole lot of injuries coming into this game that I saw of note. So, but Seattle, quite a few players in their front seven out for tonight, and I'll try to get that info for you here in just a moment. Who was it? It was. There were quite a few out. Uchenna Nwosu, Boye Mafe, Leonard Williams, and Byron Murphy. Also, Jerome Baker was questionable going in. Okay, so the handoff by Goff to Montgomery up the left hash marks gets 12. Great carry there. And let's see, on the tackle for Detroit. Wow, they had... or correction for Seattle, rather. It's Jaron Reed again. Well, he's played pretty good so far, hasn't he, for Seattle. It is a 1st and 10, though, from their 18. And now the handoff to Montgomery once again gets about to the 23. Tackled by Tyrese Knight, the linebacker from Texas El Paso. 9:42 to go in the first quarter. No score, Lions and Seattle. Seattle 3-0, division leader in the NFC West. And the Lions, well, they got Super Bowl aspirations, don't they? Okay, tight set now, one wide in the slot. Now the tight end lines up in front in an I formation. Play action to Montgomery. Goff is in trouble. He throws and he completes one up to the 33 on the left numbers to Williams. Great catch there. And a first down. Jamison Williams with the catch. That's up to the 34. And again, a first down for the Lions. Or up to the 32s where they're marking their own 32 on the 1st and 10. Back to throw Goff. Looking. Crossing route. And this is Amon-Ra St. Brown, the other 14. Doesn't get much up to the 36, gain of about 2. Knight on the tackle for Seattle. He's had some plays already, Tyrese Knight, the linebacker. He was a 4th-round pick this year from UTEP. Again, no score. 8:16 to go first quarter. 2 wides left. Single back. The tight end is left. That's Laporte. Play action. Looking over the middle. It is hauled in Seattle territory at the 46. Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he's jawing a little bit with his defender that was on him. And that would have been, Devon Witherspoon. 6 foot 185 defensive back out of Illinois. So the Lions, well, there's a little bit of a shove-off there by St. Brown on that play. He got away with that one. They're marking it officially at the 47 of Seattle, 1st and 10 for the Lions. No score, 7:29 to go first quarter. Going to hand it off to Montgomery, straight up the left hash marks. And let's see, Love on the tackle around the ankles. It got about 8. So 2nd and 2 for Detroit. They're having the best drive of the game for either team at this point with 7:02 and counting to go in the first quarter. Owls' eyes on the scoreboard. No score. 2 wides stacked right and 2 stacked left. The single back is Montgomery. They'll hand it off to him. He goes left, and he will have a first down and more. Down the left sideline, gets to around the 30, what was it, the 26, I believe. Big gain there. Let's see officially what where the marking is. The play happened from the 40. I think he got about 14 on the play. That was the 40 of Seattle, that is. And let's see, I'm just trying to confirm yeah, Witherspoon was on the tackle on the backside. It is a tight set again with one wide in the slot. Boy, Detroit likes these sets. Play action. Rolling right, Goff. Dumps to a tight end, and that's Wright that made the catch for the Lions. Gain of about 3. It'll be second down and about 7. 5:50 to go and counting first quarter. I'm tangled up in my wires. No score between Seattle and the Lions on Monday Night Football. Yeah, Brock Wright, the tight end out of Notre Dame. So it's a single back set with one wide left and one right. And right up the gut to the 10, to the 5, to the 4. Who was that? Was that a... Okay, it was a running back. You could hardly see his jersey because it was all kind of, they try to keep him tight now. Jahmyr Gibbs on the carry. He got about 20 at the 25 of Seattle, so he's now at about the 5. Good run by Jahmyr Gibbs. There was a wide open hole up the gut that time for Gibbs. Pretty impressive. No score, 4:53 to go first quarter. Tight set with a single back. Basically, they got two wides kind of stacked with, basically it's two tight ends behind a receiver. Now the tight end in motion right to left, and now Montgomery feels for it, but no, not going to get anything. A whole host of Seattle players, including Knight from his linebacker position, made the stop. Second and goal. I'd say they got, let's call it a yard. Be kind of my guess. Okay, no score, 4:20 to go here in the first quarter, Monday Night Football. Lions and Seattle, but the Lions knocking on the door. All right, so Goff with once again a very, very tight set, kind of the same look that they had just before, and now the tight end in motion left. No. He motioned a little bit. Now Montgomery went down the right hash marks. He's close, but only about a yard out. So they'll set up third and goal. Terrell Dodson on the stop out of A&M. 6 foot 237 linebacker. So now third and goal with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. No score. Lions moving right to left. You've got Wright in front of Montgomery this time in a tight set. Now he motions left, so two tight ends, one left, one right. Single set. And now the other tight end in motion from the left and hanging on to his feet but making it in anyway. That was Montgomery. David Montgomery with the touchdown. And the Lions are on the board. 6-0. Yeah, Terrell Dodson had him by the ankles. Couldn't quite hold him back out. Now they're looking at this. Was his knee down? Can't really see it from there. The tight end in motion from left to right was Hess, by the way. No, he didn't go down. I don't think so. I think he's in. I think that is officially a touchdown for the Lions. 12 plays, 93 yards, 7:21 it took. And now the extra point. Ooh, right? It went left to right and barely made it, but it is good. And the Lions, they went quite a bit of distance there, and they got the drive and the score. So, late in the first, it is Detroit, 7 rather, and Seattle, nothing. Back after this. I think. Yep, I think so. Okay. So, as weird as this camera angle is because I set it up to do it a little bit differently, we'll just go with this. This will work for now anyway. Geno Smith now, they're talking about him. 78% completion percentage last 2 seasons against the Lions, and he's unbeaten. So now the modern-day kickoff coming for the Lions to Seattle. Right to left, and it's a line drive out of bounds. That's what I'm noticing this year a lot of teams are doing, is that they are, when it comes right down to it, they are basically just kicking it out of the end zone, and they're just saying, forget it, we'll defend it at the 30-yard line. That's where the ball comes out to with the new rule. I'm not so sure the kickoff is people thought it was going to be exciting, but teams are just electing, we'll give you the ball at the 30. So, okay, 1st and 10 for Seattle now with 3:11 to go here in the first. 7-0 Lions. They're at their own 30. 2 wides left, 2 right for the Seahawks. Now 3 right. And throwing to the slot man right. And that is, let's see who caught that real quick. Yeah, Smith Najigba with the catch, and he got about 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 with 2:56 to go in the first quarter. Now, Seattle quickly up to the line. 7-0, I think. Did I say that, Lions? Yeah, there we go. 2 wides. Now they're moving around quite a bit. There are 2 wides right to left. Back is left for Smith. He goes up to talk to his center. Looks like the Lions will rush 3 this time, as it appears. Okay, the snap. Looking left is Smith. Near the first down marker, knocked away. Great defensive play. And let's see, it was Arnold that made the defensive play. Terry and Arnold on Tyler Lockett, the receiver for Seattle. Now 3rd and 8 for Seattle from their own 32. Trips left, a back right for Smith in the shotgun. Looks left all the way and throws, and getting the first down. Let's see, he was almost hog-tied there on the tackle. That was Jackson Smith Najigba on the catch, and almost the horse collar tackle. And I couldn't see who exactly got that tackle on there. Hard to see the jersey because they kind of cut away real quick. And let's see, I believe it was Amik Robertson out of Louisiana Tech. Back to throw now. Smith again over the middle. Good catch at the 48 of Detroit. Bobo with the catch for Seattle. Very good catch there. Basically that crossing route right to left over the middle for Jake Bobo out of UCLA. Caught it. There were 3 Lions in the area. Joseph made the hit out of his defensive back position for Detroit. 7-0 Lions, 1:23 to go here in the first quarter. Seattle from their own, or at the Lions 48 rather, on the 1st and 10. Trips right, 1 wide left. Throwing left. Wow, a low throw caught by Metcalf. No, they're going to say it's incomplete, but I believe they're going to call defensive pass interference. And that will be on Carlton Davis, the defensive back out of Auburn. Let's see here. Waiting for the officials are talking about it. Hello, it's your Uncle Phil. Furious Rally Sports. How you doing tonight? Hopefully enjoying things. At least I hope so anyway. An eligible receiver and then pass interference, so they're both going to wipe each other off, and they will do this again. Okay, let's see. Yep, so that's exactly what the call is, offsetting penalties, and we will do the 1st and 10 again for Seattle. Trying to move the ball from their, what was it? They started at their own 30 after the Lions touchdown. 2-yard run from David Montgomery with about 3:11 to go in the first. Okay, 1st and 10 at the 48 of Detroit for Seattle. 2 wides right, 1 left. Back right for Smith. Lions, are they bringing folks? Looks like they might. They bring 5. Throwing left and caught by Metcalf. Great hustle. He's being pulled by his jersey. The ball come out. The ball came out. The Lions have recovered it. And returning it down the right sideline, and he might go. Knocked out of bounds. Wow. Great return there on the fumble. That was Carlton Davis who recovered the fumble. Eventually forced out of bounds on the right sideline by, I'm not sure who exactly shoved him out of bounds there. But it was Campbell that laid the hit on for the Lions on Metcalf as his jersey was being pulled from behind, which is legal. And then Davis the third, Carlton Davis, with the return of that interception. Pretty impressive for the Lions, and Detroit in major business, down knocking on the door already, or at least near scoring the red zone here. With 51 seconds to go in the first quarter, they lead 7-0. Well, Metcalf was making a great run after the catch and just coughed the ball up with Campbell's hit. 2 wides left, 1 right. Back left is, it's not Montgomery. It this time it's about 1 or none. I believe that was Zach Charbonnet for the Lions that carried that time. 37 seconds to go in the first. No score, Lions leading 7-0 because there was no score for a while over Seattle. Seattle 3-0 coming into this, 2-1 Detroit. Detroit knocking on the door, though. Again, Seattle without several of their defensive linemen, or defensive front 7. Throwing Goff. He has his tight end at about the first down marker at the 4. Threw it right down the numbers. And let's see who hauled that one in. That would have been Brock Wright, the tight end. Lions playing in the black uniforms, the Motor City Muscle Uni tonight. And they lead 7-0. And they're getting ready to score again. We'll be back after this, Furious Rally Sports. Hang in, okay? Okay, so that was the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Lions, and they are knocking on the door again over Seattle. We've now switched ends. The Lions moving now left to right. Seahawks defense, no TDs allowed on the possession following a turnover in the last 22 games. Longest streaks in 78. What? Yeah, I think it's not going to happen. I think this is going to, Yeah, I think that's going to be broken here. First and goal at the 3. They're officially marking it. It's a handoff to, well, I'll be darned. He just went right on in there. And that was Jahmyr Gibbs on the touchdown run. 3-yard touchdown for Jahmyr Gibbs. Great carry for him. And now 13-0 Detroit. Seattle, you can tell they're missing that front seven, those injuries that they have to several of their players, and you can tell it tonight. At least it looks like it to me. The handoff to Gibbs went right, and he just kind of, I'd almost say he waltzed in, but not quite. The extra point now pending. And the snap hold kick is good. Jake Bates puts it through, and with 14:58 to go in the second quarter, it's all Lions at this point. If only DK Metcalf hadn't fumbled. The Lions took advantage, go on down, and score. 14-0. Lions over Seattle, 14:58 to go in the second. Back in a moment. So, okay, 3 plays, 14 yards after the great fumble return off of the fumble by DK Metcalf that was returned all the way to the Seattle 14 by Carlton Davis, the defensive back. Fumbled it at about the Detroit 37. So what a great return on that for 49 yards by Davis after that fumble. And then just moments ago, Jahmyr Gibbs gets the touchdown for the Lions, 3 yards to the right side of the line. And it's now 14-0 Lions over Seattle. Kick goes out of bounds as you would expect nowadays with today's rules, right? And so Seattle begins at their own 30. You know, it's amazing how we used to begin at your own 20. You know, listen to me, I sound like an old man, right? Hey, we used to start at the 20. Yeah, okay. So, Seattle, what are you going to do here at the start of the second quarter, 14:58 to go in it? 14-0 DET in the Motor City Muscle uniforms, the black with the kind of an electric blue metallic helmet. Seattle's in all white tonight. A single back carry to the left for, Walker, and he got about 3 on that carry. Kenneth Walker, of course, back tonight from injury. Missed the last 2 games because of an oblique injury. Second-round pick in 2022 from Michigan State. Lions. I hesitate to say it's been all Lions, but it's been mostly Lions. 14-0 at the moment with 14:26 to go in the first half. Two wides left. Geno Smith in the shotgun with a back to his left. Throwing, oh my goodness, his tight end between the right numbers and hash just dropped the ball right through his fingertips. And that's Pharaoh Brown, the tight end. It just, woof. I think it surprised him. He kind of, I'm not sure, well, no, he was looking right at it, and I don't know what exactly happened. Get caught in the lights or something? Maybe he was concerned about getting hit there. I don't know. Very strange. Now 3rd and 7 for, that would have been a first down or very close to it for Seattle at their own 34. Trips right, one wide receiver is tight left. Lions may be blitzing here, especially from the right side of their defense. Smith is in trouble, but he rolls out to the right and finds a man sitting down in the defense at the 43. Good catch by number 11, and that's Jason Smith-Njigba with that catch. And a good catch by him and a first down for the Lions. I believe that's a gain of, or rather for Seattle, gain of about, 13? Somewhere in there on that play. So Seattle now moving the football here on their, I believe that's their 3rd drive tonight. Two wides left, one to the right. Back is left for Smith. He play actions. He throws over the middle. Yeah, it's a DJ Metcalf, but there was not going to be any way to get that completed in there. Carlton Davis on the coverage for the Lions. He was right there. He did that, Davis did that little right curl around, just a little bit around Metcalf's waist that they sometimes allow them to do. 2nd and 10, 14-0 Lions. 2nd and 10 Seattle, 14-0 Lions with 13:34 to go here in the first half. There are two wides. Well, now one's in motion to the left, so two wides left. One right from their own 44. Back is left for Geno Smith. Going to play action and dump to his tight end, Pharaoh Brown, this time only a couple, and he was stopped basically immediately. And we'll have a 3rd down and 7. Anzalone on the stop for the Lions. Is the Lions' defense that much better? I don't know. Some people are saying they are. Now everybody in the Detroit stands at Ford Field holding the 3 up. So let's see what happens here on 3rd and 7 from their own 47. Two wides, left to right, back right. Lions could blitz from the middle. They kind of do. Smith is in trouble, and he's looking. Now he rolls out to the right, way out. Now he's running right. He goes down the sideline. No, Anzalone gets him by the feet, gets him down. There is a flag. I'm going to guess this is going to be a hold of some kind on Seattle. So the blitz was effective from the Lions this time. They came from the middle, and Geno Smith's like, I don't know where to go. He looked in the middle, and he looked left, and he kind of did a pirouette, rolled his way to the right. And, oh, boy, holding on Carlton Davis, the defensive back. And they're showing it. Oh, my goodness, boy. He had hold of Metcalf, and Metcalf kind of forced him to go to the ground, and so it looked like a hold, but don't know if it was. Pretty smart by Metcalf. Seattle gets the first down on that play. Weird with 12:39 to go here in the second quarter. And the Lions leading the Seahawks 14-0. Okay, Walker is the running back for Seattle. Looks like he's coming under center here this time. Yes, interesting. Two wides, tight left. Going to play action, rolling left and throwing to, let's see, Arnold III on the tackle. Believe that's Tyler Lockett on the catch for Seattle. This is a gain of about 6. Pascal, I believe, on the stop for the Lions. 2nd and 4 at the 41 for Seattle. 3 wides, right, 1 left. Dumps to the back out of the backfield. Anzalone with the tackle. Oh, and Walker gets up. He was thinking that he was on the body of Anzalone. He rolled off, got down to around the 32, but I'm not sure where they're going to officially mark that Kenneth Walker on that carry. Let's see. There is a flag. Offside on the defense. Declined, and they'll take the first down. Because of the fact that apparently Walker was not down. He was laying on the body of Anzalone. Anzalone trying to wrestle him, and then he just kind of backflips out of it and is able to get down to the 31 on that play. What is that? Gain of about 13, I believe, on that pass. Wow. Okay. And now the carry to Walker. Walker is stacked up by several Detroit Lions, and he didn't get much, maybe a yard. Carlton Davis on the stop, the defensive back for Detroit. They lead at 14-0, 11-14 to go, first half. How you doing? It's your Uncle Phil, Furious Rally Sports. I'm enjoying myself. Tech issues as usual to start things off, but okay, we got here. Let's see, 2 wides left, 1 to the right. Geno Smith has his back now in motion to the right, so it's an empty backfield. And will the Lions blitz? They send 5, throwing down the right sideline. Wide open Metcalf. He rolls and falls into the end zone for a touchdown on the right pylon. DK Metcalf. Well, he goes, hey, I fumbled the ball and cost us a touchdown, but I got one back. 30 yards on the touchdown catch with 10:43 to go in the second quarter. Writing everything down here. Boy, Metcalf was falling all over the place. Hit his backside at about the half-yard mark, and then his right hip hit the goal line. I don't know if it's going to be official or not here. I think it's close enough. I don't know how you can. He was contacted, I think, around the 6, maybe. Who contacted him there? Brandon Joseph, the defensive back. It's going to stand. No, it is not. No, it is not. It's going to be a 29-yard catch. So first and goal for Seattle. Just inside the 1. They come up quickly. Quickly they come up and they try to score quick and catch the Lions off guard. It does not work. Walker gets about another half yard. Second and goal at the left hash marks as Seattle moves right to left. Again, about the half-yard mark. Lions leading 14-0. Seattle thought they had a touchdown. They didn't. As Metcalf was ruled down at about just inside the 1. Walker tried to head up through the middle of the line. Didn't get there. And so now you have, let's see, we have a flag now. Who's this on? Too many men on the field, I believe, was the call. And coaches for the Lions going, what? Okay. Don't know what happened there. It'll be, we'll redo the first and goal, won't we? Hi, everybody. 14-0 Lions, 10-29, or rather 10-17 and counting, here to go in the first half. And the handoff to Walker, and he's going to roll around the right side, and he will get in for the touchdown. So Walker with the 1-yard TD rolls around to the right and says, I'm going to just take that in all by myself. There was no one there. And Seattle on the board. And that makes it 14-6 Lions. So Walker hit the initial line, left side of the line, and he was almost knocked down. He just kind of rolled on out to his right, said, there's empty space there. And now the extra point. It is good. Jason Myers puts it right through, and so with 10:08 to go in the second quarter, Seattle comes back and gets a touchdown. 10:08 to go in the second quarter, 14-7 Lions over to Seahawks. We'll be back in just a moment here on Furious Rally Sports. So 14-7 Lions. Seattle's just answered with a touchdown of their own here with 10:08 to go in the second quarter. Monday Night Football. Interesting play. DK Metcalf caught a pass down the right sideline. He basically looked like he was going to go in. He kind of fell over backwards like he was almost in. His backside hit around the half-yard marker, and then he rolled over on the right pylon with his leg. Looked like a touchdown to me, but they called it first and goal at the just inside the 1. Lions got called for a penalty. They're showing the replay now, that play where he kind of rolled into the end zone. I think it was a touchdown, really. I think DK Metcalf was robbed, man. All right, so here we go. Instead, though, the touchdown from Kenneth Walker running it in. So with a 1-yard TD. The kickoff is going to go into the end zone, hit, but go out of bounds. And so guess what? The ball comes out to the 30, doesn't it? Seattle's lead. Wow, they're showing a picture of DK Metcalf, cervical neck fracture in 2018. It's good to see him playing quite active tonight. Did have the fumble earlier that led to a Lions touchdown, though, and that's why they lead 14-7. Lions 2-1 coming into it, 3-0 Seattle. 10:08 to go in the second quarter. Goff under center, Lions moving left to right. Play action, throwing to over the right hash marks for about 7, and that's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And on the stop for Seattle, Terrell Dodson. 2nd and 2 at their own 38, 37 and a half, if you will. Goff's in trouble, looking to throw. He throws it to Laporte, his tight end. He gets the first down, 45, 46, 40, probably the 47. And there is a flag on the play, though. Brought down by Tyrese Knight. Well, he's played pretty well tonight so far. He's been all over the place. Now the flag. Let's see what the call is with 9:36 to go in the first half. Face mask on the Lions. And the call apparently going against Trevis Gibson out of Tulsa, the linebacker. Not sure where exactly that happened. He was stationed on the right side of the offensive line. Well, I guess he was actually in there on the tackle of Laporte, so he must have got his hand in just barely and got called for it. So now the ball moves all the way to the 39 of Seattle for Detroit. 2 wides left, single back with Goff under center. Going to hand it off, and this time it is, let's see here, tough to see, Jahmyr Gibbs on the carry, and the guy in the middle that's been making a lot of plays for Seattle, Jarran Reed. The hand was on the mask they're showing on that penalty, but boy, that was a ticky-tack call, in my opinion. Sure looked it anyway. Okay, so let's see, 2nd and 8 for Detroit from their own 35 and a half. Handoff left, it's Gibbs. He will have a first down and more to about the 27. I believe that's where the carry put him with 8:30 to go here in the first half. And the Lions trying to add to the 14-7 lead over SEA. Yeah, there was some good blocking out there to get that carry all the way to, let's see, that was about 14 yards on that carry. 1 wide left, 1 right. Single back set for the Lions. Play action, throwing right to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He will get about 4 to the 23. And the tackle there by Devon Witherspoon. He's been on quite a few plays for Seattle to this point. So they got about 6 on that. 2nd and 6 for the Lions. They are at the 23. They're calling it 7. And now after kind of faking a throw and then the handoff, kind of a weird play, Gibbs gets about 5 to the right. And so let's see, it'll be about 3rd and 2 for Detroit, trying to add to their 14-7 lead as they're nearing the, let's see, it's 3rd and 3 with 6:57 to go in the first half. 14-7 the lead for Detroit over Seattle. And the ball at the 19, I got to get to about the 17. Play action. Goff comes right, throws to Laporte. He has a first down all the way up to the 7. Forced out of bounds by Knight for Seattle. Knight's been all over the place. But Laporte, that guy's pretty handy as a tight end to have. He came in motion from right to left, came through the line, and then, well, that was the other tight end. My bad. Laporte just leaked out to the right and made the catch and got the first down. Good play for the Lions, and they are knocking on the door. 1st and goal at the 6 with 6:15 to go in the first half. 14-7 Lions. 2 wides left, 1 right. And let's see, the handoff to Montgomery. No, play action. Goff rolls to his left. Throws now underneath. Amon-Ra St. Brown to the 1. Tackled there by Miles Adams, the defensive end from Rice, number 95. Yeah, Goff looked, and he just kind of waited, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown was kind of sitting there waiting for the football at about the 8, and he took it to inside the 1, 2nd and goal for, and now a flag. Flags all over the place. 2nd goal just inside the 1, as I said, for the Lions, trying to add to the 14-7 lead. Wow, there's so many, there's flags, lots of flags thrown, let's put it this way. Furious Rally Sports, it's your Uncle Phil. The Lions lead it over Seattle 14-7. The Lions looking to score again. I have not seen an official call yet. I have no idea what that was. Don't know. 2nd and goal inside the 1. Offset eye left. Tight otherwise. Going to hand off right to Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Detroit. It was kind of weird. He's falling down on the line, towards the line, and couldn't tell if he got in or not, but he sure did. Jahmyr Gibbs on the 1-yard touchdown plunge, if you will. And the Lions now lead at 20-7 pending the extra point. He was grabbed initially by Jenkins for Seattle right near the 1, but he kind of wormed his way through that and was able to get the touchdown, was Jahmyr Gibbs. Nice job. 9 plays, 70 yards on that drive. Now the extra point is good. So, the Lions, with 5:11 to go in the first half, 21 points. They're up 14 on Seattle. See if Seattle can come back and get something. We'll be back right after this. So 9 plays, 70 yards, took 4:57 for the Lions to score yet again. Jahmyr Gibbs on the 1-yard touchdown run to the right. Boy, the Lions love to play those tight sets and just kind of move different tight ends and receivers around, and yet they still are able to get good receptions for yards for their wide receivers like St. Brown. So it's not a bad offense. It really is. I think it plays to the strengths that the team has. That is for sure. And they 2-1 coming into this game. Looking pretty good. Seattle, well, that missing a lot of the players in that front seven for them, it's kind of showing here at this point. 21-7, the Lions leading with 5:11 to go in the first half. So I get my cords all, sometimes you step on them, and yeah, well, got to have enough, though. The running backs tonight, Montgomery has 42 yards, Gibbs 41. 5.3 and 5.9 for the average. So Montgomery 1 TD, Jahmyr Gibbs 2. And so here we go with the kickoff from, I'm trying to remember their kicker there. He kicks it out of the end zone for the Lions. He's got that, now they don't have to have the certain numbers, right? Jake Bates, forgive me for that. They don't have to have the numbers like the 0 to 10 or anything like that. So he has 39 he wears now. I don't know. If I played, if I would still want something like if I'd want a normal number, which was the old designation, or a newer one. Whatever I wanted. 1st and 10 from their own 30 for Seattle, from moving right to left. Play action. Throws to that back after that, and it's a catch. Anzalone on the stop, and it's Charbonnet with the catch for Seattle, the running back, and he gets about 3 on that. They're going to officially call it 4nd and 6. Lions looking pretty good in the Motor City Muscle uniforms. They lead it 21-7, 4:40 and counting to go first half. 2 wides. Now 2 wides. One was in now they motion one to the left. Now they motion another one to the right. So it's 2 left, 2 right, back right for Seattle at their own 34. Smith throws, and he gets a first down. Good throw up to the 43. Gain of about 9 for DJ Lockett on the catch for Seattle. And now a 1st and 10 from their own 42. Back to throw is Smith. He is swallowed. They had 2 wides left, 2 right, and no. Not at all. There was no way he was going to get away from that. Rodriguez on the sack for the Lions. As Malcolm Rodriguez, the linebacker out of Oklahoma State, made a great play. There was a lot of Lions there getting ready to get on the sack anyway. So 2nd and long for Seattle. Second and 16 from their own 36. 3 wides right. Back is left. And now a timeout. Seattle decided to talk about it. Lions fans trying to pump up their crowd. I can understand that. They have every right to be. 3:16 to go first half. They're leading 21-7 at home on Monday Night Football at Ford Field. Do you remember the days, Lions fans, when your team was, So this is Lions fans have something to cheer about tonight for sure. Up 14. We'll be back right after this. I think moments ago I misspoke, by the way. Tyler Lockett was the one that made the catch before the sack of Geno Smith. So, so Seattle comes out here with wides right, 3 wides right, 2 left, 21-7, 3:16 to go in the first half. The Lions up 14. Offset, or the back is settled right, that and they're going to throw it away. Yeah, there was nothing there. Charbonnet was there, but there was also a defender there, so it was just no real reason to try anything there for Zach Charbonnet and Seattle. 21-7, the Lions over to Seahawks here on Monday Night Football. I just had to do that. And it's pretty much been mostly Seattle. Mostly the Lions to this point. Trips right, 1 in the slot, back left. Geno Smith throwing to the outside. Oh, they try a trick play and it works. It's a lateral. Let's see, who caught that? Was that Lockett? No, that was Smith in the Jigba. He caught it as a crossing route from right to left, and then he threw it back to Charbonnet, who was onside. He caught the ball and was able to get into scoring territory about the 35 or the 45 of the Lions. Gain of about 17. They're at the 30. It's at the 35. Trips right, 1 left. Back right. Smith's going to throw right to Charbonnet, and he puts a hand right up in the face of Arnold, the defensive back, and fights his way for a yard. But, man, did he stick it right in there. I mean to tell you. Wow, Terry and Arnold got a face full of hand there. 2nd and 8 with 2:13 to go in the first half. 21-7 Lions. Seattle on the move at the 43 of Detroit. Now a little bit of offensive folks looking at the sideline, making a call, or are they going to take a timeout? No, sorry, 2-minute warning. They even use it now in college, right? It's called the 2-minute timeout. Just call it a warning, would you? 21-7 Lions as we head to the end of the first half at the 2-minute warning over Seattle. Back after this on Furious Rally Sports. So if you're wondering, by the way, if you're like, hey, Furious Rally Sports, aren't you doing local high school sports? Yeah, I've been working on it, trying to make some contacts to do some games here this fall. Just still working on it, let's put it that way. And also testing some equipment here, as we talked about earlier tonight, that, had a little problems with, but down to 1 camera. But here we go, and we'll just keep using this one for the moment. Halftime heading up shortly here with the Lions in Seattle. Lions leading 21-7. Did not know that Pete Rose passed away, huh? I had no idea. Did not know that at all. '83 years old. Okay. 1st and 10 for Seattle from their or at the Lion 43. They fake the handoff to the receiver coming right to left. They throw it, and a weird throw to their tight end at about the 23, but there was a whole lot of bodies colliding there, and there is a flag. I believe that's going to be called for holding. Okay, believe I was wrong. Holding on Seattle. I'm not sure who. Now coming off the sideline, looks a little bit injured, holding his left arm. And that's Noah Fant, the tight end out of Iowa. It's Brown, the tight end, Farrell Brown, got called for the hold for Seattle. It's 21-7, 1:55 to go in the first half. Lions leading Seattle. 2 wides left, 2 right. They're back on their own 47 after the penalty. Dumping to the back out of the backfield, over the middle. Charbonnet's fighting for the first down marker. He may have got it. Well, actually, to the original line of scrimmage. Let me correct myself. With 1:40 to go. Here in the Fant is still down, by the way, on the sideline on a knee. So 3rd and 10 for Seattle, 2 wides right, 1 left. Lions showing a lot of people up, like a lot. They're showing about 10 up on the line, and they'll come out of that, and they do now with 3 wides left for Seattle as they adjust. 1 wide in the slot right. Back right is Charbonnet for Geno Smith in Seattle. Throwing left down the sideline. DK Metcalf cannot haul it in with Carlton Davis on the coverage for Seattle. He has been pretty good as Davis against Metcalf tonight. A little bit of hand fighting between both of them. The pass came. Metcalf just couldn't get his hands on it as it was going to the out-of-bounds marker. I think he would have had it. He fell on his knee in bounds, but Seattle will have to punt here. I think they will on this 4th and 10. That'd be a very long field goal if they tried it. With 1:09 to go here in the, they're going to punt from there. It'll be snapped at the line 45, back at his 40. The ball away and should be fair caught. And no, he didn't fair catch it on the 9. Returned it about to the 18. And on the left sideline, Khalif Raymond, the wide receiver out of Holy Cross. Michael Dixon on the punt for Seattle. We head to the end of the second quarter with the Lions leading on Monday Night Football over the Seattle Seahawks 21-7 here on Furious Rally Sports. Back in a second, really. I promise. Okay. Let's see what the Lions can do with it. It's actually marked at the 15 after that return on the punt. Goff now comes out in shotgun. 1:01 to go in the first half. 21-7 Lions. Trying to add to that lead here, but they're at their own 15. 3 wides right, 1 left. Goff is in trouble, but he's going to dump to the back, out of the backfield left, and that is Jahmyr Gibbs. Nothing, I don't think, at all. Flag, though. Penei Sewell being called here. Yeah, there were 2 players called. And what was there, another call too? Okay. I'm not sure exactly what that was. Okay. 55 seconds to go in the second. I believe it's it's a penalty. It's half the distance to the goal for the Lions now, back on their own 7. We'll just call it on Penei Sewell. There were 2 players it was called on. 3 wides right, 1 left, back left. Throwing right is Goff and getting up to the 17. So a gain of about 10 there for Raymond on the catch for the Lions. It's Khalif Raymond, rather. 2 wides, right, 2 left, back right. Goff looking left all the way. Sideline, he's going to get jerked down one-handed by Hall, the linebacker, who grabbed him basically like by the shoulder pad with his right hand and just threw him to the ground. It was legal. What a sack by Hall. When you see that later, you're going to be like, oh, how did he do that? It was very impressive. Good sack by Hall, the linebacker. I mean, it really was. Derek Hall out of Auburn, 6'3", 254. His lineman that was trying to make the block, he's kind of had him on one left arm, and he grabbed with the right arm. Goff threw him down with 27 seconds to go here in the first half, with Detroit leading Seattle 21-7 on Monday Night Football. Okay. It's a 3rd and 16 for the Lions after that. I'm guessing they're going to just run it, and Seattle has 1 timeout, but they're not going to – I wouldn't do anything with that, would you? 2 wides left, 2 right. Back right is Montgomery, I believe. No, it's Gibbs. Gibbs gets it down the right hash marks, and they're just trying to run the clock out. Gets up to about 5 on the carry. Seattle elects to use their final timeout in case there's a bad punt and maybe they get some kind of activity and get a field goal out of it before the half. So 21-7 Lions. Been pretty impressive by Detroit so far. Seattle 3-0, but they're without quite a bit of their front 7. There are quite a few players out. I can talk about that at halftime a little bit here with 22 seconds to go in the half. How are you? It's your Uncle Phil, Furious Rally Sports. Again, high school stuff, I'm working on that. We'll try to get some more stuff here in the fall. But tonight I thought I would do this game, and I think I'm going to do a game Sunday. How about the Steelers and the Cowboys? What do you think? Yeah? I think so. Here's the punt, and it is going to be fair caught at – no, he caught it at the 38 and is corralled. Let's see here. Williams on the return. Didn't catch the Lions player that made the tackle. Williams on the return, only a couple yards. Seattle has no timeout, so I'm guessing they're just going to run the ball here, since they're at their own 40. I mean, I guess you could throw a pass, get it inside the other's 40, and try a long field goal, right? Suppose you could do that. Not sure I'd want to do that, but okay. It's actually at the 39, the official spot. 3 wides left, 1 right with 14 seconds to go in the first half. Back right for Smith in Seattle. They're moving right to left. They're going to throw a crossing route that's knocked down. I don't know what that was. It was a weird-looking play. The intended receiver there for Seattle That was A.J. Barner, the tight end, and I don't know what exactly they were doing there. Kind of a crossing route, but there were defenders in the area, and I don't know what Geno Smith was throwing that ball for. 16 of 23 for 160 to this point for Geno. 2 wides right, 1 left. And the ball snapped. It was a direct snap to Charbonnet. He's going to get down to the 20, but they thought, was there a timeout before the snap? It got snapped and went flying way back into, deep into Seattle's own end. Now Anzalone talking it over to the officials. Dan Campbell is going, what happened? What happened? What's going on? Official informing him now. So 2nd and 1,000 miles for Seattle, or 3rd and 1,000 miles for Seattle now. After that weird snap and Charbonnet had to go back, it was a Wildcat set, and I don't know what they were doing. No, actually now they're saying that the play didn't happen. So must have been a substitution issue. 4 wides, right, left, 1 right. And Geno Smith going to run for it. Gets inside the 50 to the 48 with 5 seconds left for Seattle. They have no timeouts, down 21-7 here. You have enough time if you're Smith. You got to get about 5 or 6 more yards to try the field goal, don't you? That's kind of my thought. If Jason Myers could try one from there, they will, if they can get closer. They're at the 49 officially of the Lions. 2 wides left, 2 right. And throwing and catching quickly Metcalf. He's at the 43. Well, they mark it at the 43 or the 44. The 44, 62-yarder coming up with 2 seconds left in the half from Jason Myers. This is kind of exciting, right? Long field goal. He has a career long of 61 back in 2020. All right, so hammer one from the right hash if you can for Seattle, huh? 21-7, the Lions lead. Again, from the right hash, 62 yards. There is a player back for the Lions in case the kick is short. It can be returned. The snap to hold the kick. Nope, wide left, no good. Oh, wait a minute. He was able to catch it, and he is returning it. I thought it was going to go out of bounds and returned up to the 20. That was Khalil Dorsey, the defensive back. And that will, I believe, wait a minute, there's a penalty, so we can't end it on a penalty. Let's see. Flag on the play. Was it a face mask on a tackle? I think that's what it is, so I believe that means it will just end, unless the Lions want to throw a bomb. Now, if you've got a hook and lateral play or something you want to try, I suppose. It is a face mask. It is on Seattle. And it is on number 66, and that is Curtis McClendon. He was on the kicking team. It's declined, and that's going to end the half. So there you go. Didn't know if the Lions would try something or not. Halftime in Detroit, Monday Night Football. It's the Detroit Lions 21. Seattle Seahawks 7. Still a pretty good game. I think it still could be anyone's game. Furious Rally Sports. It's your Uncle Phil. We'll be back, and I'll take a look at the stats. We'll talk about those in a little bit. Okay? Hang in there. So halftime, Monday Night Football. Hi, everybody. It's Phil O'Neill, Furious Rally Sports. 21-7 Lions lead Seattle. Pete Rose passed away. He just announced it here, I don't know, within the past, at least I didn't know anything about it until just moments ago. 83. So Pete Rose, I remember him playing back in the day, how he was just guy was tough as nails. You can say that, regardless of what your opinion is on the as far as his the gambling and what kept him out of the Hall of Fame. We'll see if he gets in now posthumously. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so 21-7 Lions. Oh, by the way, here, I don't know if you can see my T-shirt. Calftown Coffee House, the good folks Bill Burns and Margarita Ogilvy in Quincy, down around State and 8th Street. Check them out. They got cool T-shirts, good coffee. If you don't like, if you're not a big coffee person, they've got the Lotus drinks. They got some tempting sweets too. So check them out sometime. Pretty cool T-shirt too, huh? Glitter. Anyway, okay. So 21-7, as I said, Lions at the half over the Seahawks. Lions are 2-1 coming into this one. Seattle 3-0. Of note with Seattle, injuries they had. They got Ken Walker, the running back today and tonight, and he's played fairly well. We'll talk about his stats in a moment. But they're missing the four best front seven players, outside linebackers Uchenna Nwosu and Boye Mafe, also defensive end Leonard Williams, and defensive tackle Byron Murphy. So that's it's been noticeable tonight to a degree. However, there have been some players stepping up for Seattle and making plays. Seattle's still in this one, by the way, at least in my opinion. So, okay, let's go over the stats real quick as far as passing. For Seattle, Geno Smith is 17 of 24 for 6.4 per pass. And how about this for Jared Goff? Who would have ever thought this coming into the game? 12 of 12 for a 5 average, but you have to remember that's kind of how they do that with their throwing. He's only thrown for 70 yards. By the way, Geno Smith has thrown for 159. Rushing the football, only 18 yards for Seattle, 88 though for the Lions, and they have had some pretty good performances from both their backs, Montgomery and Gibbs. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Time of possession, 13:45 for Seattle, 16:15 for the Lions. They've gotten 3 touchdowns. They lead 21-7 over Seattle. The scoring summary real quick I will go over. 12-play, 93-yard drive. That took 7:21. That was in the first quarter. 3:11 to go in the first quarter. David Montgomery, a 2-yard touchdown run, and they led 7-0. Then a little while later, after a fumble by DK Metcalf, who made a catch and was running hard after the catch, player was jerking on the back of his jersey, and he was still trying to get the first down, and Campbell for the Lions hit him, dislodged the ball, and then it was returned. Who returned that? I got to go back and look at that. But the fumble was returned to about the 14, and the Lions then eventually scored. Jahmyr Gibbs, 3 plays, 14-yard drive. The run was to the right, a 3-yard TD, and the Lions led 14-0. Seattle was able to answer. 11-play, 70-yard drive that with 4:50 to go. It took 4:50. And then with 10:08 to go in the second quarter, they were able to make it 14-7. And then the last score, what did I do with my sheet? Oh, there it is. 9 plays, 70 yards, took 4:57. Jahmyr Gibbs scored with on a 1-yard run, and that made it 21-7 in the second quarter. So there you go. I was trying to look at the player stats here in the game, but let's see. Gosh, where are those? I kind of buried them. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs has 8 carries for 46. David Montgomery has 8 for 42 for the Lions. Kenneth Walker, 4 for 6 for the Seattle, and Geno Smith has 1 carry for 12. So there you go. Now on the defensive side of things, Tyrese Knight has played very well for Seattle. He has 7 total tackles, including 5 solo. Terrell Dodson also has 3 solo tackles as well. On Detroit's side, Kirby Joseph has 4 tackles, and Jack Campbell has 3 tackles, 2 solo. Alex Anzalone with 3 and 1 solo. So there you have it. By the way, defensive back-wise, Carlton Davis III has played quite well against DK Metcalf in this game so far for the Lions against Seattle. So here we go. Kickoff getting ready to happen here to start the second half. 21-7 Lions over Seattle. I think there's a kickoff coming here. Yeah, there we go. And the kick away, and it's going to be caught 2 yards deep on the left numbers and going to be returned. 24 brought down there by, let's see, the tackle made by, it's Malcolm Rodriguez on the tackle on the special teams for Detroit as we start the third quarter. 21-7. DET at home. Seattle gets the ball, though, here, trying to see what they can do with it. Get one of those scores back, maybe. 2 wides, tight right. 1 is kind of behind the, now he motions left to the left end, and now he comes back. It's Walker. They pitch to him as he comes left to right, and he will get about to the 30-yard line. Campbell on the stop for the Lions. And not a bad play for Walker. It was weird. He came from the right, went to the left, came running back around his quarterback, Geno Smith, and then the handoff as he came back around and ran around the right end. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for Seattle. Just outside, just beyond the 30. They're moving left to right here against Detroit. Okay, single back set, and they'll hand off to Walker. He tries to work his way to the original line of scrimmage. It's not there at all. On the initial stop, DJ Reader in there, the defensive tackle from Clemson. He was in there in a big hurry. So 3rd and 5 for Seattle. On Monday Night Football, Lions leading at 21-7. So we've just started the third quarter. 16-6 Tennessee over Miami with 1:46 to go in the third there. 3 wides right. 1 is tight left. Back is right for Smith in the shotgun on the 3rd and 5 at their own 30. Throwing right. Oh, it's caught. It's Smith and the Jigba with the catch. He's short by a half yard. Robertson on the coverage for the Lions. He was kind of falling down as he made the catch, sliding on his keister. He's not able to get the first down. Seattle will have to punt. The opening drive of the second half does nothing for Seattle. You always like to do something with it because, when you get the kickoff, in theory you should be able to do something with it, right? But it did not happen for the Seahawks. Wait a minute, 4th and 1. They're coming out like they're going to go for it. Tight set. They're going to sneak for it. And, yes, Geno Smith gets the first down. How about that? Wow, that was pretty impressive. I wasn't looking for that. I don't think anybody was. Geno Smith on the 4th and less than 1 sneak gets it with 12:34 to go in the third quarter. And the first down at their, I just dropped my pencil at my own 36. Let me reach for my pencil. As there's a running back to the right. Wide receiver in motion, left to right. Going to give it to Walker up the gut, about a yard or 2. He has not had much running room at all. Several Lions on the stop there. 2nd and 8 for Seattle, down 14. Smith with 2 wides right, 1 left. Play actions to his back, and throw to Metcalf is incomplete. Again, Carlton Davis on the coverage of DK Metcalf. He has been right in Metcalf's grill most of this game. Pretty impressive. Third and long for Seattle now. Metcalf was moving right to left. Thought he could undercut the defender, but didn't, and Davis able to knock it away. 3 wides, right, 1 left, back now left, and that is Charbonneau for Geno Smith. Back to throw. The Seattle quarterback looking, throwing on a crossing route left to right. It's Metcalf. He fights for the first down and gets it. Falls out of bounds, but he gets the first down a yard beyond it. So gain of about 8 for Seattle, and they maintain the football. This drive started back at what, their own 24? Seattle trying to get something going here as they took the opening kickoff, or I should say this opening second half kickoff. 11:10 to go third quarter, 21-7 Lions. Seattle at their own 48. 1 wide right, 3 left, kind of bunched. Back is left, going to throw to Walker, and he will get to down the left sideline, maybe 5 or 6, before being forced out of bounds. That'll be about a 2nd and 4 for Seattle. Hi, it's your Uncle Phil, Furious Rally Sports. Thanks for joining me. 1 wide in the slot right. Back is 2 wides right, actually, and the back is left out of the shotgun. It's Smith. He finds a tight end who gets down to the 30. It's Noah Fant. He was basically between the left hash marks and the left numbers, was able to get in there and make a good catch in front of the Detroit defenders and a first down. Gain of about, 17 on that pass. Quickly up to the line on the 1st and 10. Is that because they're trying to make sure that it was a catch? Now Smith calling some stuff with his offensive lineman. Now trips left, or 3 wides left, 2 right. Empty backfield. Lions rush 5. Throwing, incomplete for DK Metcalf, but Carlton Davis will be called for pass interference, and Davis is all over the official. And Campbell is trying to get him away. Davis is furious. And Campbell, his linebacking teammate, boy, he's just really getting in that official's grill. Joseph now pushed him away. Hutchinson talking to Davis now as well. And watching the play, coming down the right hash marks, Davis did that right. As I mentioned earlier, he did that right corral over the shoulder of Metcalf. And the players sometimes get away with it, but it was pretty obvious he had done that, to me anyway. 2 wides tight left, 1 right for Seattle at the 9 of Detroit. Play action. Throwing to a tight end, and he runs and dives for the touchdown after he makes the catch. And that is A.J. Barner. 9-yard touchdown with 9:46 to go in the third quarter. And suddenly, Seattle is knocking on the door of the Lions. They're within 21-13 here. Ten plays, 75 yards, 5-14. The extra point from Myers. Moved left to right, but it's good. 21-14 now. As I had said when we went into the halftime here, we talked about it. I was like, this is still a game, and Seattle has just made it that. 21-14 as the Lions will try to answer coming up. They lead it by 7. You're watching your Uncle Phil and Monday Night Football on Furious Rally Sports. That you are. 21-14. Seattle has pulled within 7 on the touchdown pass of 9 yards. And that one to, oh, good gravy. I just wrote all that stuff down, and where did it blow away to? Oh, there it is. A.J. Barner with the touchdown. Or Banner, rather, I should say. Or did I have it right the first time? A.J. Barner. Yeah, I had it right the first time. Didn't I? Yeah. Okay, 21-14, Seattle within the touchdown. And now the kickoff from the 35 and that modern kickoff that they do. It's 1 yard deep and going to be downed in there by Dorsey. So Metcalf and Carlton Davis have had pretty good battle tonight at the defensive back and wide receiver. But Davis was hanging on him on this last play. He put that right shoulder up, arm up on Davis, or rather Davis did on Metcalf, and they're going to call that pretty much every time. Davis was furious with the officials. I thought he was going to get thrown out. Trips right and throwing to the back out of the backfield. Ooh. And David Montgomery is just still moving, and he's coming down the left sideline. What a great run for him after the catch to the 30. He hit, after making the catch, which looked like the play wasn't going to go for very much, he hit Devin Witherspoon, the defensive back out of Illinois, kind of bounced off of him, and I mean, he really kind of popped Witherspoon. Witherspoon went down on his back after the hit. And then he was able to get away and come to the left side from the right. Down the sideline, he went down to the 30. Great play there by David Montgomery. So the Lions in business now. 8:58 to go to third, down 21-14, or up 21-14. And the run to Montgomery doesn't get anything. 2nd and 10. That was a 40-yard pass, by the way, from Goff to Montgomery, which is more, about 35 of it was made by Montgomery running the ball. Now, 2 wides right, 1 left on the 2nd and 10. Lions at the Seattle 30. Goff looks, throws on a crossing route right to left. This is, let's see, who is that? And he gets out of bounds at the 5. Good catch and run by Patrick, who made the catch. That's number 17. He made the catch and gained about 15 on the play. Goff was in trouble. Patrick came right to left, crossing, got underneath Dotson, the defender, and then just took off down the left side. Out of bounds the 15. It's a gain of about 15 there. I'm sorry, at the 7. Wow, how did I miss that? Okay. 2 wides right, 2 left, single back. So it's a tight set again, kind of like they dot the receivers left and right. Pitch right to Montgomery. It's spread out very well by Seattle, and right on the tackle, the linebacker for Seattle, forcing him out of bounds. Maybe a gain of 1. Tyrese Knight, I should say, on the tackle. I think I said right. 21-14 Lions, 7:20 to go and counting, third quarter, but looks like the Lions are going to add to their lead here. 2nd and goal at the 7. Tight set, trips left, 1 back, or single back. They fake the handoff. Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to throw it back to Goff. Touchdown to the left. St. Brown got the handoff, moved to his right. Goff leaked out to his left. Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown pass of 7 yards. And the Detroit Lions lead at 27-14. What an impressive play. You're going to see the highlights of that, and you're going to be like, wow, that was pretty good. Five plays, 70 yards. Extra point. Going left to right, but it's good. And it is 28-14. Detroit. Set up by the David Montgomery 40-yard pass, which was a catch and about a 35-yard run from right to left. And then you run the trick play. Amon-Ra St. Brown, handoff, goes to his right. He stops, throws back to Goff to his left, and 6. 28-14 Lions, Furious Rally Sports, as they lead Seattle. We'll be back I will be back in just a moment. What an absolutely brilliant drive by the Lions there to take the 28-14 lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown came from the left side of the line. Then he takes the handoff. They kind of faked the handoff to Montgomery as well. And then St. Brown rolled to his right. And Goff's leaking out to his left, throws the touchdown pass. There should be more football like that. That's what makes the game fun. Now the kickoff. And it will be bounce, but it will go in the end zone and will be a touchback. Seattle gets it at the 30. 6:57 to go in the third quarter. Lions by 2 touchdowns over the 3-0 Seattle Seahawks, who are missing quite a few, 4 of their main players on their front 7. Boy, I tell you what, I guess Detroit's going to be playing with their Motor City Madness uniforms a lot, huh? With the black with the electric blue helmet. The electric blue helmet with the lion in black with a silver border around it. Well, Seattle was able to get a touchdown to start the quarter. Let's see what they can do here with 6:57 to go. 2 wides, left, 1 right. And it's a pitch right to Kenneth Walker. He has his best gain of the day. 30, 40, 50. I think he goes out of bounds before the 50 at about the 47, running right. So a gain of about, what do we got here? Gain of about 17 there. No, more than that, 27, as they began with the ball at their 20. Oh, I think that was because the ball landed. That's right, it landed inside the landing zone, and so it did go to the 20 since it didn't go carry into the end zone to begin with, those new kickoff rules. Geno Smith just runs for 2 now, 2nd and 8. And let's see, officially the carry was 28 yards from Walker on that. Best carry of the night for him and Seattle. 2nd and 8, 6:03 to go, third quarter. Lions lead it by 14, 28-14. Two wides right, two left. Back is left for Seattle. And the snap and looking, coming to his right and throwing incomplete to Smith-Njigba with Aiden Hutchinson on the pressure. Geno Smith had nowhere to go with it. And really tonight, Seattle has done a good job of basically trying to avoid any type of rush this evening. And that time, though, Hutchinson almost got home. 3rd and 8 for the Seahawks with 5:46 to go, and they're trailing by 14 at just short of midfield. Two wides left, two right. Back left. Smith is in trouble. He rolls out of it to the right. He's thinking about throwing it. Now he does. Caught at the 38 at the right number. Smith-Njigba with a good catch and a first down. Gain of about 12 on the play. Boy, that was an excellent. And Geno Smith has become so much of a better quarterback than I would have ever thought that he could be at the pro level. They're going to mark it officially at the 39 of Detroit. 3 wides left. Walker is the back left of Geno Smith on the 1st and 10. Walker gets the handoff, kind of falls down, and then he tries to come back, and he loses 7, I think, total. He came to the line, was kind of hit, kind of fell down. Joseph forced him backwards, tried to spin out of it, and then he went down on a knee. Going to happen sometimes. Loss of 7 for Seattle. All right, Geno Smith, are showing the replay of the pass. He looks so much more polished than I ever remember him in years past. Seattle fans have to be happy with that guy, that's for sure. 2nd and 16, 2 wides left. Now a tight end motions left, so there's 3 left, 1 right. And looking out of the shotgun is Smith. Oh, he finds a man. Good catch to the left. Hash marks. That is, I believe, is it Lockett? Yes. He makes the catch and moves in deep into Detroit territory. Tyler Lockett on the catch. The wide receiver, 5'10", 182 out of Kansas State. Moves it to the 16. 1st and 10. 2 wides right, 2 left. Back right for Geno Smith. He's in a little bit of trouble. Throws it away out of the end zone in the middle. Ooh, there's a flag, though. Here with 3:48 to go in the 3rd quarter, 28-14 Lions. Holding on Detroit. It's an automatic first down. Terrion Arnold, the defensive back. He's looking at the camera, looking at the replay, going, what are you talking about? Oh, boy. Yeah, he's got a hold of Lockett. He's pulling on the back of his jersey at about the 1-yard line. And, I get it. You try to get away with what you can, but not going to this time. 1st and goal at the 1 for Seattle. Now they're marking at the left, 1st and 10. Okay, play action, rolling right. Throwing, has a tight end at the 1. And it's not a tight end, is it? Let's see. Who caught that? Jake Bobo, the wide receiver. 1st and goal, though, now at the 1 for Seattle. Bobo was in the left slot. He fell down, and he gets back up, catches the ball, and rolls and spins near the 1-yard line. And a 1st and 10, 1st and goal for Seattle, trying to get some more points, down 28-14. You have a feeling with 3:18 to go in this game that this could be one of those that could it head to overtime or be decided at the last moment. I formation, tight set, and it's Walker. Ooh, he's close to the line. Did he get there? No, not according to the officials. Oh, wait a minute. The left official did call a touchdown. Well, this will be looked at for sure. Kenneth Walker, 1-yard touchdown run. Or is it? It's tough to tell from the angle that they're showing down the right side. You can't see where the ball is. So if the official from the left side called the touchdown, I'm going to say that it is a touchdown. 8 plays, 80 yards, 354. Taken off the clock. Walker kind of leaping over his offensive lineman, falling down. But I think he got there. Lots of Detroit Lion defenders there, but not able to make the stop. Rodriguez, Anzalone, amongst others in there trying to make the stop. I think he's there. I don't think there's going to be anything. It's going to be, oh, interesting. Seattle showing 2-point conversion here. Attempt. Down 28-20. They're going to try for the 2-point conversion. 3 wides. No, back is right, 2 wides right, 2 left. Geno Smith in a shotgun at the 2 on the 2-point conversion. Looks left all the way. A sideline throw in the corner. He did not get it. Metcalf with Davis on him. There is a flag, and I believe Davis is going to be flagged for pass interference. And he has a look on his face like, come on, are you kidding me? I don't know. In real time, I didn't see much. Pass interference. Yep. On Carlton Davis. He has really played well for the most part against DK Metcalf and Seattle. He's been on him the whole game. Now, let's see. That moves at half the distance, so will Seattle run for it, or will they take the extra point? What are they going to do? Oh, now they're looking at whether he caught the ball. Ooh, he had his knee down as he was falling down making the catch out of bounds. On the left, now they're going to go, it was not a catch. 2-point conversion at the 1 now. 3 wides right, 1 left, back left. Quickly throwing, back shoulder, nope, doesn't work for Bobo with Carlton Davis on the coverage. Now he's talking to the official about that last play. And he's kind of putting his hands on the official, trying to explain it to him. And, okay, it's good the official just kind of let him go, and it is what it is. Seattle doesn't convert the 2-point conversion after all of that, and 28-20 with 3:03 to go in the third quarter. Seattle gets within 8. Back in moments here on Furious Rally Sports, Monday Night Football. Wow, so the weird 2-point non-conversion there that for Seattle, that the penalty on Carlton Davis on DK Metcalf as Metcalf was kind of falling out of bounds on the left sideline. And Davis called for the penalty, so they go to the 1, they try it, and don't convert with the pass to Bobo, pass attempt. Now the kickoff, which will be received at the 2 yards in, and will be downed there. So no return, and the ball comes out to the 30. They're showing the replay of Metcalf's catch. Did he have it or not? Well, maybe his knee hit the end line as he's falling out of bounds. That would be his right knee. Of course, another angle shows it. Well, maybe he did make it, but it's pretty close. Lions begin at their own 30. Play action, throwing, and caught a left-right crosser, and he's going to go down the right sideline, going to be gone. What a great catch and run. Who caught that? Williams made the catch. 70-yard touchdown strike for Jamison Williams. Wow. That was pretty good. Just like that, the Lions are on top 34-20. Basically, Goff stepped back to pass, looked, he had a crosser coming from the left to right. It was kind of a deep cross, about 10, 15 yards down the field. Wait a minute, there is a flag. Where is this? Oh, might be for excessive celebration here at the end. And that is exactly what it is, in sportsmanlike conduct on Williams. So there was quite a bit of a celebration by his teammates and himself, but hey, I get that. It'll cost him on the kickoff, though. Jared Goff, 70-yard touchdown strike to Jamison Williams. Wow, that was pretty impressive. And now the extra point. And it is good. Jake Bates has the extra point for the Lions. Jamison Williams. Biggest play in his Lions career, I would say so. What happened to Seattle's defense? 35-20, Detroit. Third quarter, 2:52 to go in it. We'll be back after this on Furious Rally Sports. Okay. Wow. 70-yard touchdown strike. Jamison Williams just crossing from left to right, kind of a deep cross. Jared Goff hits him, touchdown pass that instantly answers Seattle's score. And now 35-20 Lions over Seattle. Jared Goff now 15 of 15 for 225. That's right, you heard me. 15 of 15 for 225. Now the kickoff from Jake Bates as they lead it with 2:52 to go in the third quarter by 15. And this one will go into the end zone, bounce out, and Seattle starts at their own 30. So they're showing the play of Jamison Williams. There were two wides There was one in motion, Amon-Ra St. Brown to the right. Kind of one tight end was to the right. And Williams just kind of, there were two receivers crossing in the middle, and that may have screwed up the Seattle defense. Matter of fact, the receivers almost ran into one another. But the play works, and Detroit has a 70-yard touchdown and leads at 35-20. 3 wides right, 1 left. Back left for Geno Smith. And looking to throw, but it was pressured. He dumps it to Walker left, and Walker will get about 5. And he's thrown out of bounds. Will there be a penalty? I don't think so. Aiden Hutchinson on the pressure of Seattle's, Seattle's Geno Smith. Two wides left, 3 right for Seattle. 2nd and 3. Throwing quickly over the middle. That is Lockett. Tyler Lockett makes the catch. Gain of about 5 and a first down at the right hash marks. Just going to sat down quickly in the defense as we have 2:06 and counting to go in the third quarter. It's the Detroit Lions 35, the Seattle Seahawks 20 on Monday Night Football with Furious Rally Sports and your Uncle Phil. 3 wides left, 2 right. The Lions have not sacked Geno, have they? Or maybe once? I have to go back and look at the stats. They've gotten some pressures, but they haven't gotten the sack. Now it's, let's see. Yeah, the back is right with 2 wides left, 2 right. And it is Walker that gets the handoff, tries to go around the left end. And he does. He gets a good first down and more to 40 to the 35, and he's brought down. Joseph in on the tackle. A few other Detroit Lions in there as well. Joseph from his defensive back position. And a big gainer for Kenneth Walker. 23 yards on that carry to the 35 of Detroit. So Walker's had a couple of big carries. Otherwise, he had been shut down. Now they have 57 rushing yards here in the third quarter, so Seattle's running game has been effective here in the third, but they're still down 15. There's a player down for Detroit. Can't see him. Once I know who it is, I'll let you know. Tennis, yeah, okay, well, they're taking a break, and I will too. 35-20 Lions as we are late in the third quarter over Seattle on Furious Rally Sports. Back in a moment. Yeah, Monday Night Football next week ought to be a good one. I think so, Saints and Chiefs. Okay, 35-20. It was Carlton Davis who was injured. He's coming off the field. Geno Smith let him just kind of patting him on the chest area, letting him know he's checking he's okay. Think he is, but there is another defender in there now. Smith went back to pass. The ball came loose. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. It came loose. It looked like there was going to be a sack. Who recovered that for Seattle? Alertly as he went and jumped on the football. Let's see who that was. It was Christian Haynes, the offensive guard out of Connecticut. Quickly jumped in there and went and got the football. Lots of Detroit Lions, about 4 of them. Well, lots. I guess that's rush 4 normally. But Geno Smith was under duress, 2nd and 14 now as they trail 35-20 as we head to 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to throw. 2 wides left, 3 right. It's going to be passed to number 1. That's the first time he's caught the ball all day, but he's got a first down, gain of about 19 on the play. And that is Laviska Shenault with the catch. Good catch by him as we end the third quarter. So Seattle moving the football. Both teams have done that on each other tonight. But it's the Lions that have the better of it. 35-20 over the Seahawks as we go to the fourth quarter here on Furious Rally Sports. In a moment, I shall return. Fourth quarter should be interesting here on Monday Night Football with Detroit at home at Ford Field leading the Seattle Seahawks 35-20. Monday Night Football. This is still a competitive game here. 2 wides to the right, 3 left at the 21 for Seattle. Empty set then for Geno Smith. 4 rushed by the Lions, but they almost get there, throwing to Kenneth Walker at the 20 at the left. Numbers incomplete. 2nd and 10. Even though the Lions only rushed 4 that time, Pascal almost got home, and so did Hutchinson. Just started the fourth quarter. 35-20 Lions. Seattle, though, just outside of the red zone at the 21 on the 2nd and 10. Tight set with a single back, 1 wide right, 1 left in the slot. Single back Walker. And Geno Smith under center, pitch left. Walker will cut it back to the right. He has some open room. 10, 5. Does he get to the end zone? He does. Touchdown, Seattle. 21-yard touchdown run as he went left, cut it back to the right. Great run by Kenneth Walker. And he's had a early on, starting off, didn't have much of a night, but boy, here in the second half, he sure has. He ran it right, or ran it left and came back to the right, and there was no one there for Detroit. Touchdown inside the right pylon and the extra point pending for Seattle. Jason Myers now. From the left hash is where he tries it. Snap, hold, kick is good. So, we have a track meet. So, Seattle gets within 8 with 14:48 to go in the fourth. 35-27 on the 21-yard touchdown run by Kenneth Walker. We'll be back right after this. Furious Rally Sports. So the kickoff down in the end zone, and Detroit will start at their own 30. Wow, 35-27. If you would ask me, are both teams playing poorly defensively? No, I wouldn't say that's the case. I think the offenses are just playing very good football, finding the open man where they need to, creating places to run. The handoff left is to Jameer. Let's see. Is that Jameer Gibbs? I believe so. Trying to confirm that was him. Yes. By the way, 12 carries now for 80 yards for Kenneth Walker III for Seattle. That drive that they scored a touchdown, 7 plays, 70 yards in 3:04. I formation with one wide to the right, and now it just comes and settles to the right, does the up back. And now wide receiver in motion right to left. The handoff to, is this Gibbs? Yeah, I think he got about 2 or 3 there. Jared Goff, 15 of 15 for 225, career high. It's 3rd and 1 with Gibbs' run. I wonder, Montgomery has been kind of absent in part of this game, and I haven't really seen any report that he was injured, so I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't seen him a whole lot in the second half at all. Now on the 3rd and 1, a tight set. They're going to pitch it right. Is that Montgomery? It is, and he is not going to get there. Held out, and that is Dodson on the stop for Seattle. Great tackle by him as Montgomery was coming right. And just on cue, Montgomery entered, and Dodson, that's Terrell Dodson, the linebacker of Texas A&M. He came up and said, yeah, I'm going to make that tackle. He is a big fella, 6 foot 237. He looks a lot bigger than that up top. Of course, these guys wear the small shoulder pads now, and it's tough to tell who's who. The punt now from Detroit, from their own 37. And it is away and will be fair caught at the 21. Williams with the fair catch of the Jack Fox punt from Detroit. 12:49 to go in the fourth quarter. It's the Lions 35, Seattle 27. They're looking to go down and score here on Furious Rally Sports. Let's see if they do. Back in a moment. 35-27 Lions with 12:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. Seattle's got the football. They go down and tie this thing. Do we have overtime in our midst? I don't know. I guess I better check the power I have on everything here to make sure that I, yeah, okay, that's good. You don't want to run out of power. I got to check everything there once in a while. Hi, I see my remote is, there's my TV remote. Hello, TV remote. How about Derrick Henry yesterday? 27 for 209. The King was back for the Ravens yesterday, that's for sure. It made the Bills look horrible. All right, now a 1st and 10 for Seattle from their own 21 after the punt. 3 wides left, 1 to the right. Ooh, it looked like Hutchinson jumped, but they're going to no penalty, and it's thrown right to, let's see, who did catch that? I'm trying to see who it was. Charbonneau, I think, wasn't it? Charbonneau. Made a catch for about 3. So to the 24, their own is Seattle. 12:17 to go in the fourth. Lions by a touchdown. And actually by 8. Dump right to the tight end. He tries to jump over the defender, and it's Barner that makes the catch. A.J. Barner had a touchdown earlier in the game. He tried to jump over the defender after he made the catch on the right sideline. And he tried to jump over, who was that? I don't know. Ennis Rakestraw. And the handoff now to Charbonnet. He makes the gains about 12 on that carry. Zach Charbonnet out of UCLA, running back. He started at left, cut it back to the right side of the line, and had a good gainer there, 1st and 10 for Seattle at their own, or at the Lions 46. Back to throw is Smith. Steps up in the pocket, throws to Smith Najigba, and he gets to about the 37. And there is a player down for Detroit. He does get up, though, quickly. I didn't know. It was Anzalone, I think it was on the stop. And I was like, ooh, that didn't look very good. Didn't look good at all. Sets up a 2nd and 2 for Seattle. 10:45 to go in the game. They are down 8, 35-27. They didn't get a 2-point conversion earlier. Tight set. Smith is under center, and the single back is Charbonnet on the 2nd and 1.5, I would call it. Pitch right. Charbonnet tries to feel for it. He does. Gets the first down. Campbell, the linebacker, forces him out of bounds. Now there's a flag at the end. Somebody have their hand in the face mask? Charbonnet kind of has the look on his face like, yeah, okay, I might have done that. Holding, no, on Seattle. That's going to take you back 10. What? DK Metcalf called for the hold. Rare to see a wide receiver. Well, he's blocking on Anzalone. He kind of turned him left to right. Metcalf was on the right side of the line, and so, okay, I see why they called it. Had a hold of the jersey, pulling on the shoulder pad. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. So Seattle all the way back to, well, because it was at the point of the play, it's 2nd and 9 at the 45 of the Lions. Back to throw left, and he's throwing down the side for Charbonnet. It was just a quick pass as he was sitting there on the outside. To the left, gained about 8, 3rd and about 1.5, I'd say, with 9:50 to go in the game, and counting. 35 for the Detroit Lions, 27 for the Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football. I thought it was 1.5. They're only going to give him, it's 3rd and 3 at the 39. Got to get to the 36 of the Lions. 2 wides right, 1 left in the slot. Back right. Shotgun. Smith. Lions show rushing 4. Play action. Smith throwing quickly right and knocked down. Beautiful defensive play as Lockett trying to make the catch on the low throw. That was Robertson, the defensive back for the Lions, who made that play. He just jumped. It was a clean jump. He kind of jumped in there right at the right time and reached in and knocked the ball away. Amik Robertson, defensive back out of Louisiana Tech. Nice play. So on the 4th and 3 with Seattle down, 9:18 to go, down 8, 35-27. They will go for it, or showing it anyway. Trips right and one wide receiver left. Smith throwing right and has the first down. Smith and the Jigba down the sideline, flag though. See what the call is going to be. It's Smith and the Jigba push off. Was the flag elsewhere? Officials getting together, talking over. Don't know. It's a lot of things I don't know. Pass interference. It's on the offense. I believe they said it was on Tyler Lockett. Yes, okay. And I'm trying to see where that penalty happened. He went out for a pass, and what happened there? Was he blocking downfield? Maybe that was the case. Might have been. I don't know. 4th and 13, and so Seattle has to punt. Not sure exactly what that penalty was. Let's see here. Just called offensive pass interference is what it was. Weird call from what I could see. All right, so the punt now. Standing back at his own 36, and now some movement on Seattle. Michael Dixon, the punter. Motion on Seattle, they'll go back 5. 4th and 19. Tyler Lockett getting some oxygen on the sideline. I would like to have some oxygen. Okay. So Michael Dixon's punt off his right foot is going to go in the end zone. I don't know if that was intended or not, but that's what they'll do. Wait a minute. Is there a flag again? Or was there not continuation of play here? Don't know. They didn't snap. They didn't call official set of play. I don't know. I think that's what it is. Going to re-kick it here with 9:02 to go in the game. Lions will get the ball back after Seattle could not do anything with the ball, trying to tie the game down 35-27. And now we're punting it again from the 46, their own. Back at the 31 standing, Michael Dixon. He gets the snap off his right foot and hits at the 1 and goes in the end zone. Touchback. Okay. So the Lions this time are able to hold and keep Seattle from putting another touchdown on the board and tying this game, perhaps, so they can convert the 2. Remember, Seattle didn't get a 2-point conversion earlier in this game. There's been so much scoring, I'll have to go through that at the end. 35-27 Lions. And again, in my opinion, watching this game, if you were to ask me and say, well, both defenses play bad? No, they actually played pretty good. The offenses are just clicking. Jared Goff's 15 of 15 for 225. What can you do against that? 2 wides left, 2 right, and now it's Goff's under center. He play actions to his back and throws right middle, and it is hauled in. And he gets up to about the 48-yard line. Does Patrick on the catch for Detroit. Coming left to right, a little bit of a crossing route, and Tim Patrick, wide receiver out of Utah, makes the catch, and a first down, a gain of about 28 on the play. Depends on where they mark it. 29 officially. They're going to mark it at the 40, their own 49 for Detroit, trying to add to their 35-27 lead with 8:19 to go in the game. Offset I right, and the handoff is to Gibbs, and not much. Not much at all on the carry. Lots of Seattle players on the stop there. Wow, the numbers for Goff, incredible. 15 of 15. Now you make it 16 of 16, right, with that catch. At the 49 of Seattle. And the handoff to the single back, that's Gibbs. Oh, he gets through there, and he gets a first down up to the 39. Gets through a little bit of a crease. The tackle there by Seattle's Kobe Bryant, the defensive back from Cincinnati. He had to come up and try to make the play, cut through there, and actually the tackle more made by Kayvon Wallace, the defensive back out of Clemson. So, okay, 7-11 to go, and the Lions trying to finish this one off, leading 35-27. They're at the 40 of Seattle. Tight set with a single back with Goff under center, play actions, and he dumps to the tight end, and he's got room to ramble. That's Laporte, 15-10 before being brought down by the Seahawks. Great play there. Just kind of, it was a tight set. They play action to Gibbs, and then Laporte was just sitting there off the right end. Give me the ball. Threw him the ball, and down the field he went. 30-yard reception for Laporte. First and 10 at the 10. I should say Laporte. I've been saying Laporte all night, haven't I? Wow, okay. 3 wides left, 2 right. Throwing left in the corner, Laporta, no, but there's a flag. And I don't know who is it. I think it's on Seattle. And that's going to be first and goal at the 1. Rayshon Jenkins, defensive back out of Miami. Oh, wait a minute. Call was against the Lions. It's pass interference against Brock Wright. Okay. Weird. Well, Wright cut in, and he did interfere with the defender trying to get into coverage of the wide receiver that was the pass was intended for. So, okay. So Wright called for that. And that takes it back, first and goal back to the 20. The tight end, Brock Wright, by the way. It's a tight set with 2 wides left, back to the left, and the pitch left is to Gibbs. Gibbs has a good run to about the 12, so gain about 8. Let's see, what does Gibbs have for the night running the football? Gibbs has 13 carries for 74. Don't know if that includes that last run, though. (35-27) Lions, 5:48 to go. They're trying to finish this game off against Seattle. Been a good one offensively. Well, you can just see it's like an old AFL shootout. 2 wides right, and one was in motion right to left. The handoff is to Gibbs. He will get about 4 from the 12 to maybe the 8 of Seattle. Trying to score here on the 3rd and goal. Remember the penalty on the pass interference for the Lions. Kind of hurt them here. 3rd and goal at the 8. There's a timeout, and this is Seattle's. They take it. That's their first. So got a couple left. With 5:29 to go. Wow. Okay, then. Just looking up some of the stats here. So this drive has been 6 plays for 72 yards. 3:28 has been knocked off the clock. But more importantly, any score here may seal the game. 2 wides left, 2 right. Back right for Goff, looking left all the way. Throwing into the corner of the end zone, front touchdown, I believed, if he got his feet down. He was wide open. Is it a touchdown? Yes. And who was the receiver that caught it? They're celebrating. I don't know if they get penalized or not. Amon-Ra St. Brown with the catch and the touchdown for the Detroit Lions, and they look like they've sealed this game. 41 on the board now. It's 41-28, the extra point pending. Showing the replay, he was wide open. There was no one there. Did he get both feet in bounds? Sure looks like it to me. And the extra point now. Snap, hold, kick is good. Okay. Jake Bates with that extra point, and the Lions, they've shown they've got some offensive firepower. They lead it now. 40, what do we got here? 42-28. 42-27, I should correct myself. Back after this, Furious Rally Sports. 5:23 to go in the fourth. Hang in there. (42-27) Lions over the Seahawks on Monday Night Football. The stats are incredible for Jared Goff. Wait till you hear this. 18 of 18. Perfect. For 292 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm sure they'll want him to get the 300-yard mark. Ball kicked out of the end zone, and so Seattle begins with 5:23 to go in the fourth. They got to get 2 touchdowns. They got to get a 2-point conversion in there somewhere, down 42-27. Wow, that is something else. I do not, in all my memory, I do not ever remember a perfect passing quarterback for his completions and attempts and over 300 yards. This could happen tonight. 2 wides right, 3 to the left as Seattle begins on their own 30. They need 15 points. 5:23 to go. Back to throw, Smith. Steps up in the pocket. Nope, goodbye. Sack. Ball comes out. I believe it's going to be down. And let's see, quite a few. Let's see, who made the sack there? Several Lions are kind of in there. Levi, oh my goodness. Onzarike, right? It's everything else is silent, if I remember correctly when I looked that up. 2 wides right, 3 to the left. Good sack by him. 2nd and 12. throwing left sideline for Walker. And Walker gets the first down. Got the first down before he was corralled there by Amik Robertson. They're at their own 40, but they need a lot more points than they have right now. They need 15 more, 4:27 to go in the game. 3 wides, right, 2 left. Smith looks, fires, middle, hash marks. First down, up to the 47. Tyler Lockett with the catch for Seattle, and they're in a hurry, of course. Up to the 47 of Detroit. 42-27 Lions. 3 to the right, 2 left, so it's an empty set again. Lions may rush 5 or 6 here. They rush 5. Throwing left, and on a back shoulder throw to Smith-Njigba, nope, nothing there. On the coverage for the Lions, pass was not the best. Terrion Arnold for Detroit. There was a little bit of hand fighting, but the pass was not good enough for Smith-Njigba to get that on that back shoulder. 2nd and 10 at the 46 of Detroit for Seattle. 2 wides right, 2 left, back right. Throwing left quickly and caught as he was in the air. Noah Fant. He's brought down. Oh, somebody is hurt, and that is Joseph, who made the hit for the Lions. Fant caught, had to jump up, catch the ball. Kirby Joseph, the defensive back, hit him as he was in the air, so I don't know if this is I'm wondering if it's a first down looking at the marker. I think it is. Joseph hit on his left hip. I think he's okay. By the way, Davis came back earlier in this game. I think he's still in there. He was injured for a moment. Back to throw, Smith. Throwing on the 1st and 10 from their own 36. Smith-Njigba left to right. It is Robertson on the tackle, gain about 4. 3:05 to go in the game. 42-27 Lions over Seattle. Had to itch my eye there. 3 wides left, 2 right. Flag goes up. Smith rolls out to his right and throws for the end zone. And it was just to see if he could get the call or anything. Joseph on the coverage of DK Metcalf. And incomplete. That's 2 Josephs out there. The second Joseph, Brandon Joseph, the defensive back out of Notre Dame. Flag, though, it is offside on Detroit. Number 41, James Houston, called for that. Yeah, he was just slightly offside. Tried to time it and didn't time it well enough. Again, Brandon Joseph on the coverage of DK Metcalf. So I'm not sure if Davis, I'd seen that he came back into the game, but I'm not sure if he's back out there now or not. 3 wides, right, 2 left. So the empty set for Geno Smith was 2:45 to go on a 2nd and 1 at the 27 of Detroit. Throwing left, it is, let's see, who caught the Anzalone, forced him out of bounds. Bobo made the catch for Seattle. Jake Bobo made the catch. A 1st and 10 for Seattle, but their time is ticking on them, down 15. 2:40 to go. Ball is at the 19 of Detroit. Back to throw, Smith. He's coming to his right. He's rolling it, running for it. He's going to try to get the first down. He will. Gets out of bounds at about the 8. There is a flag, though. Who is the flag on here with 2:33 to go? Holding on the Lions. And we believe is on Terrion Arnold. Terrion Arnold's looking at the replay going, what? I didn't do that. Let's see if he did. Yeah, he kind of did with Bobo. He was hanging all over him. Bobo's looking for the flag, and they finally get it. 1st and 10, 1st and goal for Seattle now at the 3.5. 2 wides left, 2 right. Back is right for Geno Smith. He looks left all the way. Now he comes back to the middle. Throwing and knocked down. And I'm not sure who knocked it down. Geno Smith is down, but he's back up, so he's okay. We'll see the replay to see who knocked that one down. Good defensive play there by Aleem McNeil, the defensive tackle. Knocked that thing down. He was kind of back in like a zone coverage a little bit, just jumped up and knocked it down. 2nd and goal with 2:28 to go in the game. They're down 15 is Seattle at the 3.5. 2 wides right, 1 left. Going to throw. Ooh, almost picked off by Anzalone. He was basically at about the N in Lions in the middle of the right middle of the end zone as Seattle's moving right to left and not able to make the catch. It'll be 3rd and goal. Boy, Anzalone's going to wish he had that one back. It was thrown pretty hard, though, and he had to reach for it. So 3rd and goal for Seattle, 4-down territory, down 15. This has been a scoring festival, if you will. 42-27 Lions. 3 wides, trips right, 1 left. And back to throw is Smith. Looks right all the way. Then he kind of runs to his right. He's got plenty of time, and now he's going to throw it just up for grabs and incomplete. It's DK Metcalf reaching over Carlton Davis. Davis is back in there, but no call either way. Really, it's been a tough, it's a lot of work for Carlton Davis there. But he's played pretty well, all things considered, tonight against DK Metcalf. You can always say, hey, we're leading. Game's not over yet, though. 2:16 to go in the game. This is it for Seattle, 4th and goal. Well, you'd think it's it. They got to have it. Touchdown or bust, down to 42-27. And the snap, that was weird. The play looked like it wasn't even ready. And looking to throw and lobbing it into the left side deep, and it's incomplete for Tyler Lockett. And that's going to be the ball game, I believe, unless there's a penalty. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if Seattle was trying to sell that the play was that they weren't really set, and then the snap came, and then Smith looked around and kind of lobbed it for the left back. I should say the left back part of the end zone, left middle back of the end zone. And on the coverage back there for Detroit, Terry and Arnold, and really in some respects, Lockett had gotten away from him. But if the throw had been more towards the left pylon in the back, it would have been a touchdown. And Geno Smith's looking at his coach like, what? Oh, he was looking at the coach, and then the snap happened. They must have been trying to set something goofy up there. Well, anyway, Seattle pretty much done here with 2:09 left. They have 2 timeouts. Lions on their own 3.5. Handoff is to Montgomery, what, a yard? Maybe. Terrell Dodson on the stop for Texas A&M. He's had a few of those. I don't know what happened with this play for Seattle. If they were just trying to make it look like it was a play they weren't set and trying to catch Detroit off guard, I have no idea. That was weird. The weird play going to end the game for us. Seattle, though. Wow. What are you doing? Okay. Well, Seahawks look like they're going to move to 3-1. Detroit, on the other hand, will move to 3-1 and be pretty impressive with it. Play action, Goff. He is going to. Ooh, did he get out? I think he's been sacked for a safety. With 1:57 to go, he has been sacked for a No, they're going to say he got out at the 1. Boy, did he? Did he? Ooh, did he? Oh, I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess he kind of put the point there of the ball, so it's out at about the 3-inch mark. Wow. Putting the pressure on for Seattle and almost getting the safety. Draymond Jones, a defensive end from Ohio State, 6'3", 281. Okay, we'll be back after this. Lions trying to close this out at the 2-minute warning. 42-27 over Seattle. Back in just a moment. By the way, if you were wondering, yep, Jared Goff is still perfect. 19 of 19 for 292. Or I'm sorry, 18 of 18 for 292. The sack didn't count against him. I'm guessing that's why they tried to throw there to try to get him over 300, because I don't think anyone has ever thrown a perfect game as a quarterback, meaning all completions and over 300 yards. I don't think it's ever been done. I haven't seen any stats yet in regards, but it's just been absolutely something else. 42-27, though, the Lions lead Seattle. How about this for Geno Smith? You're like, oh, well, Geno Smith couldn't have had that good a day. Really? 37 of 53 for 374. Like I said, an old AFL shootout. Okay, let's see. Oh, my goodness. How about this? They've come back now and said that play was a safety on Jared Goff, that he did not get the ball out. Now, I'm not sure I understand this. The touch of the ball looked to me, well, when he initially touched the ball with the fat part of the ball, the nose is over the white line, the front edge of it. So, I mean, it's on top of it, so it's okay, it's a safety. Wow. Does that affect his stats? Does that make him 18 of 19? I think it does, doesn't it? I'm trying to remember now if a sack, well, I guess not. A sack can't officially count as a pass, right, because it's not an attempt. But that here you are, he was trying to get that 300 yards and perfect on completions, and it's going to cost him 2 points. It's 42-29 now. And with 2:01 to go, guess what? The Lions have to do the specialty kick. Why am I forgetting what that is? Where they have to free kick. Thank you. I don't remember what it was. They will have to free kick this ball to Seattle, and they should get it in pretty good shape. And actually, it comes from the 20, so it's like the kickoff, and still has that. All the other players are at the 40 and the 35 for both defense, the kickoff team, and the return team. So it is a kickoff, but it's way back at the 20. And the ball sent pretty deep to the 5. It's Williams on the return, and he's got a good return on the right sideline. He's to the 50, to the 47 before being knocked out of bounds. But what is there? A flag. Yes, there is. Okay. Yeah, that's always what happens, right? A big holding on the return team. Derek Young. Yeah, he might have been holding that a little bit of the jersey there. That's why Williams was able to get outside. Still was a good return by Williams. So that'll happen at the point of where that play happened. Let's see here. And we are, okay. Let's see. So it is, with 1:54 to go, they're at their own 20 after that penalty. 2 wides left, 1 right. Backs left and right for Geno Smith, throwing right sideline fairly deep to the 39, out of bounds at the 40, their own 40, with 1:48 to go. 13-point lead for Detroit. Geno Smith's going to throw for 400 tonight. It seems as though he will. Jared Goff is going to have a perfect night throwing the football, nearly 300 yards at 18 of 18. Crazy game tonight. Lots of fun to watch. The defenses, I don't think, have played super bad, as the offenses have been clicking now. 2 wides right, 2 left, back left for Seattle from their own 40 and a half. 1:48 remains in the game, down 13. Geno Smith rolls to his right now, and he's going to take off. He will get a first down and slide on his butt at about the 47. Touching him down there, Anzalone. Clock spins. Seattle does not want to use their 1 timeout they have left. 1:30 remains. It's going to be at the 48 officially. 2 wides left of Detroit. Two right. Detroit may rush 5 or 6 here. They do. They bring the house, and throwing right, incomplete. Geno Smith. They brought I think they brought 6. They might have even brought 7 there. It was an Anzalone in there. He came right up the middle. If they've got, I've never understood why teams don't rush more. Because if there's numbers, they can't match the numbers, especially when there's wide receivers out wide that there's nobody in to block. Okay, a running back left and right with 2 wides left, 1 right for Seattle at their own 48 on the 2nd and 10 and 1:16 to go. Down 42-29 to the Lions. Back to throw, looking left. Smith's in a bit of trouble. He throws it in the ground, incomplete. Oh, they're going to throw a flag on, let's see. I'm taking a look here. Pardon me, my nose itches. Terrion Arnold on the coverage of Jake Bobo. Really? Pass interference, huh? Wow. Okay, then. Get itch my nose again. Thank you. Bobo was kind of falling down, but now Arnold fell down, and then he had his hand on Bobo, and he fell down, and okay. Well, an incidental pass interference call to the 35 and a 1st and 10 for Seattle, down 13 with 1:11 to go. Not over yet. 3 wides right, 1 to the left. Back right. Smith looks right. Steps up. Looking. Throwing middle. Incomplete at the 20 for Tyler Lockett. Arnold on the coverage for Detroit. Yes, indeed. And there is a flag. Hang on a minute. I'll be back. Just a moment. And it's going to be on the slamming to the turf of Geno Smith. He slammed him pretty good there. Levi on Zurike with the penalty. He got shoved off by the offensive lineman after he did it, but they're not going to call that in return. That penalty could be big, even though Seattle's got a lot of work to do down here, 13 and about a minute to go. Goff going for the 300 yards, getting sacked, and a safety has left us here with a 42-29 score. Goff is perfect on passes tonight, 18 of 18, 292. Wow. Geno Smith now, what's he got? Let's see here. The ball will be ready for play here in a moment at the 20. Geno Smith has 395, 38 of 55. .106 remains. Do we have a crazy finish coming up? Is Seattle going to score and it could be an onside kick and some kind of... There's 106 left. Seattle has 1 timeout in their pocket. Okay, first on the 1st and 10 at the 20 with 106 to go. 2 wides right, 1 left. And back to throw. Smith into the end zone. It's intercepted. That's going to be the ball game. Joseph with the pick. And that's the number 31 Joseph variety. Kirby Joseph, the defensive back at Illinois, played pretty well tonight. A few plays that weren't the best, but that's going to end the ball game. Smith he was throwing in a triple coverage there, I think, or at least double coverage. Not sure what he saw. I think he was trying to throw it deep to the back part of the end zone to Smith Najigba, his wide receiver. But the ball was not thrown deep enough to the back part of the end zone. It was thrown towards the front. And wait a minute. They're showing a replay. As Joseph was catching that ball and rolling to the ground, I think the ball... the ball was moving and it hit the turf. He had his hand on it. It hit the turf. Lions fans are going to be mad if this gets reversed. Seattle fans will feel like they got robbed if it doesn't get reversed. That's if you were to see this play, Joseph makes the interception. He's rolling. The ball's kind of loose. It hits the ground. Did they confirm it now? Hold on a minute. I don't know if they confirmed it or not with 1 minute to go. They did confirm it. Apparently, he had the ball enough, and so now victory formation for Goff. He puts his knee down. Even though Seattle has one timeout, they won't use it, and that's the ball game. Lions will win this one 42-29. Oh, man, I tell you what, Seattle people are they're throwing stuff at their televisions right now. That should have been a penalty. Or not a penalty. That should have been incomplete. We should have had the ball. Oh, Geno Smith, he's got kind of that angry look on the sideline walking away. You know what? Dude, you really don't need to feel that bad about it. 38 of 56 for 395. Jared Goff, 18 of 18, 292. Wow. An old AFL shootout. 42-29, the Lions win this one over Seattle. By the way, the Lions move to 3-1, and so Seattle falls to 3-1. We'll talk about it and give you the scoring, which was crazy, right after this, okay? Holy cow! When I go when I go over this scoring and the stats, your mind's going to be blown. Let's put it this way: the scoring wrap up may take as long as the I don't know, may take as long as the game. All right, so Detroit got on the board first with 3:11 to go in it. 12 plays and 93-yard drive. Took 7:21. David Montgomery on a 2-yard touchdown run. Again, that made it 7-0 Detroit. They also got another touchdown. That was at 14:58 of the second quarter. 3 plays, 14 yards. That was after an interception. I'm trying to remember who had the interception. But anyway, it was an interception that Jahmyr Gibbs was able to run right for a 3-yard TD, and that made it 14-0 Detroit. Seattle able to answer then, 11 plays, 70 yards, 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Walker was able to get the run for the touchdown. He had a pretty good night, by the way, did Walker on his return. He'd had an oblique injury, Kenneth Walker. And that made it 14-7. That was with 10:08 to go in the second quarter. And this game just got nuttier and nuttier as far as the scoring was concerned. At 4:57 of the second quarter, 9-play, 70-yard drive. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 1-yard run, made it 21-7 Detroit. Also, then there was a play that led to Seattle getting another touchdown. It was kind of a big one. Geno Smith on a 4th down and short. He snuck the football with 12:34 to go in the third quarter. That was a smart thing to do because a 10-play, 75-yard drive that took 5:14. At 9:46 of the third quarter, a 9-yard touchdown pass to A.J. Barnett. And that made it to the tight end, made it 21-14 Seattle. So Seattle's in this game at this point, right? And they ran the ball pretty well in the second half, especially in the third quarter, so they're back in it. But 5 plays, 70 yards, took 2:49. At 6:57 to go in the third quarter, a 7-yard touchdown pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown from Jared Goff, and that made it 28-14. As I said, there's a big wrap-up of this scoring. Now, an interesting thing happened on Seattle's drive where they scored their touchdown. They scored that with 3:03 to go in the third. 8 plays, 80 yards, took 3:54. Kenneth Walker on a 1-yard TD plunge. You'd say, well, big deal, right? Well, they went for the 2-point conversion. There was a penalty. They went for it again. They didn't convert. That made it 28-20. Seattle had pulled within 8. Then, immediately right after, 1 play, 70-yard touchdown strike as Jared Goff caught Jamison Williams coming in basically a deep slant route from the left, able to get around all the defenders to the right and head for the end zone 70 yards. And just like that, Detroit up 35-20. Think Seattle was done? Nope. 7 plays, 70-yard drive, 3:04 to go. 3:04 it took, rather. And let's see, it was a 21-yard, what I got here, 21-yard run. Yeah, it was a 21-yard run from Kenneth Walker. I believe he started left. He came back to the right and was able to run it into the end zone near the right pylon. 14:48 to go in the fourth. This game was 35-27. I have 35-28 written down here, but it's 35-27 because they didn't go for the 2-point conversion. They just kicked it. 35-27 Detroit. So Seattle's within 8 at this point. However, the play that may have broken the back, fantastic play. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he comes from the left end. Goff hands it to him out of shotgun. St. Brown goes, just kind of tittles around to the right. Guess who leaked out to the left? That's right, Jared Goff. Touchdown pass of 8 yards. And with 5:23 to go in the game, Detroit led it now 42-27. Still crazy what happened next. So Goff is sitting at 18 of 18 for 292. We're near the 2-minute mark. And so what happens? Detroit decides to throw for it, and what do? Goff gets sacked for the safety by Draymond Jones, the defensive end out of OSU, 42-29. Seattle goes down, tries to drive after they get the kickoff, the ensuing free kick, if you will. It's more of a kickoff now. And Geno Smith throws a pick in the end zone, and that ended the ball game. So let's see who picked that off. Kirby Joseph, the defensive back out of Illinois. Thus, we finish with the final of 42-29, Lions over Seattle. An old-fashioned American football league, AFL game, if you will, with the way they put the points up. Now, I'm going to go through some of the stats of the players, and it's going to be mind-boggling for you. It really will be. Geno Smith, the losing quarterback, 38 of 56 for 395, a touchdown and a pick. Jared Goff, though, this is some of the more impressive numbers I've ever seen in any professional ball game, and he'll have this for the rest of his life. 18 of 18, perfect. 292. 292. That's just something else. Now, the running game was pretty good for the most part. Kenneth Walker had 12 carries for 80 yards. I see I'm about ready to lose a battery here, so hold on a second. Oop, 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 oop. Let me get that baby plugged in here. Hold on, looking up some info. Kenneth Walker, 12 carries for 80 yards for Seattle. And Geno Smith had 5 for 38. Zach Charbonnet, 2 for 15. The running game for Detroit, well, it wasn't too bad early on, but Goff was something else too. Jahmyr Gibbs, 14 carries, 78 yards. David Montgomery had 12 for 40. Receiving-wise, DK Metcalf had 7 for 104, even though he was being covered pretty well overall by Carlton Davis. Let's see what else. Jamison Williams for Detroit had 2 for 80. Sam Laporta, 4 for 53 for Detroit. Tyler Lockett for Seattle, 5 for 61. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 8 for 51. And that's how we wrap everything up tonight. By the way, Seattle's rushing, 19 carries, 133, 28 for 116 for Detroit. Final score from Ford Field on Monday Night Football, 42-29, Detroit beats Seattle. Wow, good game. It was fun to watch. So, for Furious Rally Sports, I'm your old Uncle Phil. It's Phil O'Neill, and I will talk to you soon. We'll try to get some high school games of various sports up and on Furious Rally Sports soon. Until then, take care and bye for now.